Pokemon Leaf Green. It's been a few months since we last did our last plush lock, of course beating Pokemon Black and White using only Pokemon I have plushies of, and now it is time to continue the tradition with one of my favorite Pokemon games, that being Leaf Green specifically. If you guys don't know, I've been doing a bunch of series as a plush collector and a Pokemon player, trying to complete all of the Pokemon games using only Pokemon that I actually have plushies of. So far this year we have been 2 for 2, and it is time to keep on going with, like I previously stated, Leaf Green. And out of these 3, I do have plushies already for them. However, I had to pick my boy Bulbasaur. It just speaks to me. If it's going to be Leaf Green, it has to be Bulbasaur in my opinion, of which we name Hasbro. And then, of course, our dirty rival, the dirty Scalper, chooses Charmander. Now, I could actually be doing both of these as plushies, and I could have picked Charmander as well. However, I don't have a Charmeleon plushie, so with that, I would have only been able to use Charmander and Charizard. I am only going to be able to use, specifically, the Pokemon I have plushies of, no evolutions if I don't have the plushie of them. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is going to be a very limiting battle for me, at least in the start. As we keep on moving on, we will definitely have a bunch more Pokemon and different opportunities to actually catch them. But for now, it's definitely going to be very tough. However, after exploring, after beating our dirty Scalper to the ground, we are able to move on for a little bit. And after giving him Oak's Parcel, we get the Pokédex. And of course, the first thing I got to do is get some encounters. Of course, one of the first main ones I need to get is Pikachu. I do have a ton of different Pikachu plushies, so of course, it was only the right thing to do. I named him Goro. And now it is time for a rematch with our dirty Scalper rival, and he has a new addition to his team. Sadly, somebody I don't have a plushie of. That would be really cool to have a Pikachu plushie, however, I do not have one. This one is a little scary though, because both of my Pokemon are going to be a little weak for the most part starting out. They are both level 9, I believe. However, just with the starting part, you can't really have one Pokemon 2v1. Of course I say that, but that is going to change by the end of the episode. But after defeating Pidgey, we do go into Goro. I could have probably stayed in a Bulbasaur, however, I just don't want to risk it, especially this early on. Because if I lose Bulbasaur anytime early on during this, I will most likely lose the whole lock, and I am trying not to do that my best. So after Pikachu is able to defeat Charmander, we are able to move on. And then after going through the forest, we can now go over to Route 2, and then Pewter City. And there's not too much to do in Pewter City post getting out of the forest, so it is time to go over here and face off the first gym leader. That being Brock, of course. Honestly, having Bulbasaur on my team makes this a little bit more of a breeze than, say, a Charmander. However, we still cannot take Brock lightly. So it is time to officially start our first gym challenge and challenge Brock. I accidentally got Hasbro over to level 15. He was level 14 before, I promise. However, that last trainer that was in there actually got him up to that level 15. And I'm going to say I want to regret it, but also, if he wasn't level 15, then there would have been no way for him to win and then evolve. I think this is going to be the first fast evolution in the history of the plush lock videos, so that is really cool to see, and I love Ivysaur so much, so I would definitely take it. Plus, it is only going to be getting harder from here as we keep on going. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, we have done both Crystal and Black and White, so now to carry it on with Leaf Green, I'm just ecstatic for it. This is going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait to continue this journey. I have so many Pokemon planned that I want to use, some that are trying to get revenge from Crystal. So without further ado, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.